whenever we're ready.
Well, we look good.
Oh, we're live.
You look way better than me.
Oh, let's put on. There, we're live now.
Okay,
So I'll say this.
you go ahead.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my live with Joe Preston himself. We are standing inside the Rail City Rep in St. Thomas, Ontario. I am here to interview the mayor, Joe Preston, with a few questions. With those who want to know a little bit about Joe Preston and a little bit about city plan. So this is the question.
Great, fire.
I understand you own Wendy's, and can you tell the people about it?
Sure. 40 years ago, I started with Wendy's and bought the Wendy's here 30 years ago. So I worked with Wendy's, the company, for about 10 years, and then bought the store here in St. Thomas 30 years ago this year, and have been here ever since. It's been a fantastic business for me and my family. We went from here. We also built stores in London and one in Stratford, and now we're down to just this one again.
And how do you find time to interview and run a business too?
Well, I get to do both because I have great people who work for me in my other businesses. I have, my wife Stephanie runs the granola business with just my advice, and Marcy is my managing partner and my partner in the Wendy's business, and she does an incredible job of running that store.
And how do you like being the mayor of St. Thomas, and what do you expect in the next election?
Well, first of all, I love being the mayor of St. Thomas, but the next election isn't for 3.5 years, so I'm not even thinking about it yet. I've got a lot of stuff to accomplish in St. Thomas before I decide whether I want to stay as mayor 3.5 years.
Holy. And how do you intend to approve of St. Thomas in the next election?
Well, I think it would just continue to try and make St. Thomas a little better. It continues to grow. St. Thomas is growing by over 2,000 people a year, and we have to find places for them to live, places for them to work, roads for them to drive on, parks for them to play in, and we'll just continue to work that way over the term of our council.
And what is your favorite hockey team and why?
Well, I've been a Toronto Maple Leaf hockey fan since they last won the Stanley Cup. I remember watching. I believe it might have been in black and white. I'm not sure the TV was color yet, so I'm looking forward to how far they can go this year.
And what is your favorite music and country songs and why?
Well, I do love country music, the best. Tim McGraw, Humble and Kind, would probably be my favorite sing-along country song, although Stephanie, my wife, is a former professional singer.
Wow.
So she has a way better voice than me. So when we're in the car, I let her sing instead of me singing because, she's quite a bit better than me.
And have you ever been to a concert before and why?
Oh, I've been to a number of concerts. I grew up with a lot of music in my life, but really just in the last, 10 years or so, went to a number of concerts. Shania Twain was probably one of my more favorite ones that I've been to recently, but Neil Young, a number of great artists. I didn't get to go to a lot of concerts when I was young because I worked a lot. So as I got older, I went to more.
What is your favorite chocolate bar?
Oh, geez. I'm not allowed chocolate bars, so if Stephanie's watching, none of them are, but I love Big Turks the best.
And what is like being a mayor and why?
It's a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of people, and you also get to help people with their problems. The mayor of a city like ours is the head of a council of 8 people and me to try and make the city better. So it's about working with good friends and working hard that way. It really is like a great team.
Yeah.
All right. It's fun to do.
And what is your favorite color and why?
Blue.
Yeah. And Joe, are you taking that down the bridge on Bardwick Street and why?
Well, we're really trying to work with CN to try and do it. We'd like to make more access to the homes that are on the other side of the bridge. The bridge is quite a humpback bridge and can't handle big trucks, maybe even fire trucks. So we have to make sure that we can keep the houses safe on the other side. There's also quite a bit of land over there, and we would love to be able to expand that into more housing, to build more houses over there. So if we can talk CN into doing it, we're going to take that bridge down. If not, we may be forced to actually replace that bridge right where it is, but with a little bit better bridge.
Like what kind of bridge?
Well, it would have to be a little less humpback. It would be flatter, but it has to be a little higher. So the ends of the bridge have to start further out. It's a complicated process if we have to keep the bridge. So I'd love to see it come down and make it a level crossing across the railway track.
Do you have any pets, and what kind of pets and how many?
Well, we have one dog named Jojo. Now, before we got Jojo, that was my pet name. So now when Stephanie's in the kitchen and she yells, "Hey, Jojo," we both come running. And one of us is going to get fed.
And what is your favorite drink, like pop, and why?
I drink a lot of Kool-Aid. I don't drink much pop, the carbonated pop. I make Kool-Aid at home, or Crystal Light, or drinks like that. And I'm actually, I drink way too much coffee. I'm a 10 or 12 coffee a day kind of guy too. So we start the day with coffee and end it with Kool-Aid.
What is your favorite superhero and why?
Superhero. Oh, geez. Batman.
Yes.
I just think he's cool, right?
I like Batman too.
Okay, good.
Who is your favorite NASCAR racer and why?
My favorite NASCAR racer. I don't watch much NASCAR anymore. So I may go back and say, I'll go into my youth and say Richard Petty. So a long time ago.
What is your favorite movie and scary movie too?
My favorite movie
Yep.
of all movies. I loved Mr. Holland's Opus. It was a story of a guy who taught music in high schools, and it was really a fun movie with Richard Dreyfuss. Right?
What is your favorite sport and why?
My favorite sport, I played hockey most of my life. I played hockey till I was over 40 years old. I also played a lot of volleyball. But one thing most people don't know about me is I also played water polo when I was younger, right? So quite a good swimmer when I was younger.
What is your favorite TV show and why do you like that TV show?
Oh, I am a real History Channel fan. So I watch Ode to the Curse of Oak Island and Pawn Stars and American Pickers. Those are like my favorite shows. I can watch reruns of those for hours.
Who is your favorite country singer and why?
Well, Tim McGraw, I said before. So either him or Stephanie.
What is your favorite basketball team and why?
Well, I don't follow basketball that much, so I guess I'd have to say the Raptors. If I watch any basketball at all, it's them, and I've had a little interest in the London Lightning, the local team, but I didn't play much basketball when I was younger. I used to run into people too much.
There's 4 more questions if it's okay with you.
No, by all means.
What is your favorite hobby?
My favorite hobby is I spend a lot of time on my computer, whether it's playing, solitaire or poker or that type of thing. I love to spend time at my cottage, and so I just putter around there more than anything. So I guess that counts as a hobby.
Is Wendy's your favorite food, and what is?
My favorite food. I think I like ribs best of all. I make very good ribs. I like them. But Wendy's, there's nothing wrong with a really good hamburger, right? So that would be second.
Do you have any kids, and how many of kids, and what their names?
I have a son and a daughter. Kate is my daughter, and she has 2 children. So I have 2 grandchildren, Elliot and Lucy. And Adam is my son, and he's also in the food business. He owns a couple of Firehouse subs.
Hey, nice.
Sub shops. So following in Dad's footsteps and doing that.
Are you going to raise old age pensions for people and ODSP? Because some seniors are eating dog food. They can't pay rent. They are and buy food too.
Both the Canada Pension and the ODSP one is a federal government paid thing, the other is an Ontario government. But what we can do as a municipality is continue to work on affordable housing, to make housing some of the expenses that the people on ODSP or CPP have. So as the mayor, we'll continue to work towards that.
And I want to thank Joe Preston the mayor, for taking time for me, Julie and Rick, and all my listeners. And thank you to Railway City, Rick.
Yeah. Well, it's been great to see Railway City too. This is a fun place to come to an interview, Julie, and I want to thank you for having some great questions for me to answer and letting me have some fun out here this afternoon instead of being at my desk working.
Do you have any questions for me?
Well, hey, so how long have you been doing interviews like this? You're a sharp dresser.
This is because I interviewed Jonathan from St. Thomas Public Library.
Right.
On Curtis Street for the first time, and I wanted to invite you to interview.
Well, I feel really special that I'm that high up on the list. Thank you. It's great. Keep doing it. It's right. Maybe I'll send some more people your way to be interviewed.
Okay.
All right.